You got to give me the story, man. What happened between you and Brock after the Brock and Orton match backstage? You've heard all the rumors. Everybody in wrestling's talking about this. How close are there rumors that you were pissed off, that you thought that Brock went too far? Just tell me what happened.
Well, anytime something like that happens, there's always a lot of rumors and a lot of, stories being told and that sort of thing. But, not to get into specifics, it's basically between me and Brock. But, we did have a little bit of a brouhaha, shall we say. And I think that happens when you get guys that are in a sport such as ours, half entertainment, half real, half not. And, I think he had just come out of the ring. I had just come out of the ring a few, hour before or so, whatever. And, I just thought the finish of that match was very brutal and very violent. And I just didn't know if Randy was okay. And I was checking on Randy, my friend. He's always been we've always been pretty close. And, I said something and he said something. Next thing you know, we're nose to nose, kind of yelling at each other. And it diffused fairly quickly. But listen, let's make no bones about this. Brock is a trained fighter and he's a beast. But I'm not the type of person to back down from anybody to my detriment or to my the harmful to my existence even. But hot heads fire off, and we were in each other's face, and that happens sometimes. And I guess I kind of have a reputation for it too. I've never backed down. And I think sometimes in the case of guys his size, they think people are just going to wilt, and most people do, but that's not me. That's not my background. That's not where I came up from, growing up where I grew up in Winnipeg and my dad's lineage of being in the NHL, and it's just not what I do. So, like I said, I'm glad he didn't eat me, but basically there was a face-to-face confrontation, and like I said, I'll leave the rest of it between the two of us.
Oh, no, I love that. I want the speculation to go forever. I speculate on it's fun. I prefer to be kept in the dark a little bit, but I got to ask you, listen, in fairness, I got to ask you, does it make you a mark? Did you mark out? Because didn't Orton tell you, hey, that is the way it was supposed to go?
Well, afterwards, yeah, but it doesn't make me a mark to go check on my friend. I wasn't saying, what the hell's going on with this finish? And I just was saying, is Randy okay?
Oh, okay.
That's what I... So, first of all, 26 years of being in the business, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I'm not a mark,
No arguing that.
Checking to see how my friend was. Listen, whatever the finish is none of my business. Whatever they're doing or whatever happens. Listen, man, that's the way it is. It's not my business. It's not my my responsibility or my call. But when I see a friend of mine lying in a pool of some blood, whether it's a work or not, that's real blood. That's a real concussion that he suffered. So I want to go check and see if he's okay, because we've had a 15-year history, and we've gotten into fights ourselves. It's one of the guys I've been in the trenches with, and will continue to be in the trenches with until the day that one of us stops doing this. But I don't think there's ever anything wrong with checking on your friend, whether it's a work or not. If that makes me a mark, well, then I guess I'm a mark for making sure that my friends are okay.
All right, I got you. Hey,